It's 4 a.m. I'm up and waiting for the first light. I'm gonna get a very early morning today, hike as far as I can, and when I get to cave camp, I'm gonna assess the situation and see if I'm gonna carry on and do the try and get to the next campsite. I know the next day, what I should be doing today is a big long day. It's 9.5 hours on the in the guidebook, and it goes very high. It goes up to 4,500. So there's going to be loads of snow. Goes past a couple of lakes, so it's going to be much like yesterday or the day before yesterday. So we'll see. We'll see how long it takes to get back down this valley and across to past camp, across to cave camp. Well, this is the point at which the path really becomes impossible. I mean, back this way about half an hour, the path was pretty good, and then it got well, I kind of lost it and then sort of found it again, thought I'd found it, but it was really pretty overgrown and nasty. I don't know if it was the path or it wasn't a path at all. And then I got here and I've searched all the way up and down this kind of couloir to try and find a path that goes through these more dense bushes. And I've tried a couple of options, but they just get so overgrown that that I just can't move. So I'm gonna trek back along my path, along my track, to where the path was good, and just double check that I haven't missed something obvious, that there's not a nicer path that's like goes really high or really down low in those dense bamboo forests down there. Worst case scenario, I hope I can go back to the place I stayed overnight and get a helicopter to come and get me. It's option 1, so I can continue the trek. Option 2 is trek all the way back to Hongon, over the snow and the lakes, and that was absolutely miserable. I really don't want to do that again. So yeah, I've messaged the trekking company that's organising our logistics to make some inquiries about a helicopter, and yeah, first option is first thing I'm going to do is just go and double check this path doesn't reappear somewhere. I haven't been stupid. I can certainly think of worse places to be stuck than this most amazing valley. The river's called the Khola Kharka. Khola Kharka. So I guess this is the Khola Kharka. So yeah, as I've spent a couple of hours heading down this way to try and get out of the valley on this side of the river, and there just isn't a path. The path is really good for the first half an hour, and then there's this big sort of couloir full of snow, and the path just more or less disappears. I kind of bushwhacked on for another half an hour, and then spent half an hour sort of searching up and down, trying to find a better path. And I guess, you know, there probably was a path, and it probably was used a couple of years ago, but I suspect it hasn't really been used in the last couple of years, and it's just become so overgrown that it's not really a path anymore. So I am waiting for our trekking company who's organising our logistics to get back to me with some quotes on having a helicopter come and pick me up from here and take me to somewhere nearer the Makalu base camp trek, maybe even all the way to Makalu base camp. I'm not sure if it can land there. It can certainly land here. And if that's too expensive, then the other option is to do the last 2 days in reverse and hike all the way back to Hongon, which I really don't want to do. Going over that, though, going past those 2 lakes was really dangerous to do without crampons, and I really didn't like it at all. It's the sort of thing I'd do in order to get the trek done, but if I can avoid it, I'm not going to do it again. So it's not really an emergency yet. I've got 2 days of food left, so I'm just going to sort of relax and enjoy this amazing view and wait for the trekking company to get back to me. Could be going better. Things could be going better. This isn't exactly ideal. Well, as you can see, I am in the cabin. I haven't actually been here all day. It got to about 12:30 and I decided that I really should start hiking to the campsite in preparation for going back to Hongon. And on the way I got the news that the helicopter was going to be possible, and so I've come back here and I'm going to wait for it. The slight problem is that it's based in Lukla, and at the moment Lukla is not good enough weather to take off. So we'll be waiting, I don't know how long, possibly, probably overnight. It'll probably arrive in the morning, I would have thought, because the weather's usually good in the morning. But I have 2 days of food remaining, and I'm going to ration it. I'm going to be eating half what I would normally eat, just in case it takes a little while. I was thinking of continuing up and camping at the campsite just in case, but changed my mind. I think it's better to just be here in this cabin, have a fire. I have a nice flat area for the helicopter to land, and it's my tent's not going to blow away. So a comfortable place to stay. So I'm just going to sit out, wait for the helicopter here. So sort of good news slash medium news. Not bad news.